little bit just for the recording. Say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you might be in the world. This is Osman Collect 63 coming back with our first VeVe Wednesdays, where we talk all things VeVe, collecting, pop culture, Marvel, DC, and just all nerdy stuff in general. So I'm just going to chill here for a minute, just wait for anyone else to jump in. Oh, look, we got some people. Yeah, people. We got Dino, Poppy in the house. So how are you guys? Thanks for joining us. So just gonna chill for a bit. So we wait for some more people to jump in. There we go. We've got some more. I've got some more of the VeVe in the house. We got Evolve. We got Fro. We got Dino, Poppy. Thanks for joining us, guys. So we're just gonna chill for a minute and just wait for a few more people to jump in. All right, can everyone hear me all right? You guys hear me okay?
What is going on, brother?
Hey, Evolve, how are you, mate?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just put the baby down, just hanging out, watching her cry a little bit before I go back up there and see what's up with her.
Nice. Yeah, dad life. I know the feeling. So how is the little one?
She's good. She's going through like a sleep regression right now, so nights have been a little hard lately. But
Yeah.
other than that, she's good. Growing. She's smart as hell. Too smart.
Oh, mate, tell me about it. Like, no, my daughter's just gone too, and like, she's going on 22 now. She's but just chats non-stop and just saying random things.
Did you say 22?
So she's going on 22. She's 2, but she thinks she's 22.
Ah, okay. Now I was confused. I was like, what?
No. She my daughter's 2 and my son is 4, and both of them think they're teenagers.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I would say the same. She's
Yeah,
art that
are
way.
you are you wait, mate? Like the kids are like Pokemon. They just evolve, as you would know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, evolving every single day, right?
But yeah, we got a few more people. We got Nas. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Nos Clint. What up, Poppy? What up, Fro? What up, Dino? I always want to
So,
say like all these different. I don't know which one to pick. Dino, maybe the VV,
I was just
and I don't know. Like, whoa.
That's it, guys. If you haven't heard, like, no, go and like, subscribe to all the channels. We've got Dino with Mi Vida Vivi. We've got Evolve with the Evolve. It is evolved. It is evolved, yeah, for your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so the YouTube channel is Evolved Collects, but I
That's
guess
all.
I'm evolved. I don't know.
Nah. Either way, go like and subscribe. They do like some awesome analysis of the web of some vault builders websites. They're vaultaholics. That's the word. I'm losing my bloody words this morning. Though it
You're
is
good.
4 o'clock in the morning here, so it's merited.
All good, brother.
Hey, Double Cool is in the house. Hey, Double
Yeah, I
Cool.
was just about to say, hey, Double Quill, thanks for joining us. So great to see you jumping in. A big shout out to the VeVe Collective. So we see a lot of our members here tonight with us. So which is growing every single day. We've got a lot more new users. Got a lot of activity in our Discord now. So there'll be a link for that in the description if you're interested in joining and being part of VeVe Collective. And yeah, been had a lot of things happening lately in the world of VeVe and collecting, which we'll go over tonight. Okay. All right. Well,
What
I suppose we've
has been your
got a
latest?
couple of here. Was that sorry, mate?
What has been your recent buy?
My recent buy. My recent buy. Let me just pull up my recent buys here. Well, I had a I've as probably most of you, like, I went for the Spider-Man one, is it 121? The Death of Gwen Stacy drop.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, 121. Yeah, I got nothing. I got the big L. So I decided to run around in the market, and I decided to pick myself up the first decided to pick myself up Marvel Zombies #1, the ultra rare, which is nice low 4-digit number just to complete my set. Just because I've been meaning to complete the set for ages, and just sort of either the prices were just too high for the mint numbers or just never got around to it. But the big one for me is I picked up the ultra rare Star Wars #1. Really, it was like a high three-digit number, which I got like for roughly just close to 110 gems, which I thought was a steal. Yeah, so picked that up for my collection because that's another one I've been eyeing up since it dropped, and it was just out of reach at the time, and now it finally dropped down to somewhere I could pick at it. So I thought now's the time, and that's more or less been it for me. I've been trying to be very, very, very selective with my gems lately because there's just so much out there, and there's deals all over the place, and I've only got so much money. So, what about you, Evolve?
I just went for the comic drop yesterday. That was about it. I haven't really been heavy picking up anything lately, just because I've kind of just taken a step back to really look at what I want to get rather than just buy everything. Because there was a point where I was really going for every single drop. It got kind of ridiculous, but
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. So now I'm just trying to have some fun with the collectibles and comics that I have.
Actually, on the subject of collectibles, your collection is quite impressive. I watched the video that we did with VeVe Investments, and yeah, you've got some good stuff in your collection.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I was thinking about it after. I was like, damn, should I have shown my whole collection?
Yeah, I was kind of the same. I was just like, well, everyone asked me what's in Mr. Ultra Rare comic collection? Just like, is it really a good idea? I should be putting this out on the internet because what happens to the day that you want to sell it or you want to do something with it, or now everyone knows what I've got. But I suppose at the end of the day, that's part of the collector's experience, isn't it? Sharing your collection and sharing with like-minded individuals and just enjoying the fandom.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't mind showing VeVe Investments the whole collection and just talking about like little things like mint numbers and stuff that meant to me. It was fun. So I mean, it was a good time. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And
Good. No,
collecting is fun. So let it all be fun.
That's what it's all about, but it's all about the experience. So the connections that we're making. Yeah, connect and collect.
What's up, Fro?
All right.
How you doing, buddy?
Say, Fro, how are
I'm
you,
actually
mate?
still working.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
still doing the daily grind.
Yeah. Yeah. I got all my monitors up, and I'm still just kind of just catching up from the rest of the day. But yeah. Do you guys happen to get to MCP? Anyone?
I've got my MCP, and I have got the article here because I can imagine that'd be a big topic on everyone's mind lately is MCP.
Yeah.
You got yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I just received MCP on Monday.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm just kind of teetering between Master Collector and the Diamond One. It seems like I'm just going back and forth daily.
Nice. Yeah, I'm on Diamond 1 as well.
Well, with the ranks, those ones will constantly change.
Yeah, I'm on Diamond 1.
It seems like it.
Yeah, I got Diamond 1 at MCP level 22. So that's me at the moment. So not
That's
not amazing, right?
the high. So 22 is the highest rank, and I believe there's like 100 levels. I think I have to look back on that.
Yeah, so hang on, let me just have a look here because it's got the Master Collector ranks. Here we go. So where are we? Diamond 1. So yeah, so Diamond 1 apparently according to MCP ranks is somewhere towards the top. Because there's 22 ranks. Yeah, Diamond 1 is 21, Master Collector is 22 apparently. No, I honestly haven't had a chance to sort of go over all the ins and outs of this MCP ranks. Like, I've sort of listened to some of the other influencers talk about, like the superstars and Kid Arcade. Big shout out to them as well. They did a pretty good rundown of it. So I've got like sort of the broad strokes of what's going on. But if anyone's got any more in-depth opinions, feel free to throw them out there. Like I said, we're all learning as we go here.
Right. Yeah, same here. I'm just kind of wondering how that burning is going to go. Where I do remember David Yu talking about that about, I don't know, it might have been November, December time frame of last year,
Mm.
and he was asked about that, and he did mention that it's going to come a time where there's going to be certain airdrops that you cannot purchase in the market. So you would have to burn a certain number of collectibles, like 5 commons, maybe 4 uncommons, 3 rares,
Yeah,
1
yeah,
ultra rare, or 2 ultra rares and 1 secret rare. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I remember that.
I'd like to see how that plays out. You have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see how that plays out too. I mean, like especially like in this part in the whole NCP article here, it says as the MCP expands, points will also grant access to new VeVe features, for example, burning and crafting. So level rank based privileges, only reward tiers, and more. So yeah, that's a very interesting, like about the burning and crafting. So crafting could be cool, like because it like if you're from the gaming space, it could be like a Diablo 2 type like scenario where like you can have like you take like for example you were saying like you take like a whole heap of commons or uncommon comics, you craft them together and that makes like a unique ultra rare or something like that. I mean, I could see that very bringing a lot of hype and a lot more excitement back to the space. And I suppose I know what they're trial running here with the potion drop is kind of like the precursor to something like that.
Right, I agree. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to allow burning certain collectibles for MCP points. The higher the collectible, the rarity, the higher the points you'd receive. And yeah, I mean, that'd be a great question. I like to ask the team.
Yeah, same. Well, I mean, like, judging from like our last session where we had we were quite honored to have Trevor and Frank Kozik join us. So I'm hoping just maybe we can get the attentions of either David or Dan or Ryan or someone from the VV team might jump in and say a few words. But then that way we can ask them some important questions that's been on the community's mind for ages.
No, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
So yeah, so we got a few more people jumping in. Yeah, sorry, go on, Pro.
No. No, I was just gonna kind of let you in on one of my strategies for the burn or the crafting.
Oh yeah, do tell.
Those. So a lot of those elves stamps, they're they're the rares, and then there's the ultra rares, and they're literally sitting between $2 and $3 for an ultra rare. So I've been going in heavy. Like I literally probably purchased maybe about 150 of them.
No way. Excellent.
Yeah, I did something crazy. I'm like, if this burning mechanism is going to be coming into fruition sooner than later, same thing with crafting. I mean, I want to be able to burn. I don't want to burn an ultra rare comic.
No, absolutely not.
If I could burn an ultra rare stamp, for $2 to $3. And yeah, I've been just picking the floor apart. So if anyone's listening and you want to stack up,
that's it. Get in there before Fro does, because your chance is running out.
Not financial
That's
advice.
Floors are thin.
That's
very, very thin.
They are very thin. Actually, I should probably like throw this straight out there. Like, anything said on this in this space is not financial advice. You do what you do with your own money. So we can't be responsible for your losses, but we also don't want to be responsible for your gains. So let's just throw that one out there right now. Nothing said on this is financial advice. Please be responsible with your own cash.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad you said that.
Just before we get like sued or something.
Yeah. Right, right. Yeah. If I go down hard with 150 ultra rare stamps, then yeah, that's on me.
Excellent. So between you and I think my collectibles is out there sweeping floors as well. Like, if that's what you're targeting, you better get in quick because yeah, the floors are getting thin.
Yeah, it's hard to pass up a rare for $2 to $3 and ultra rare, in the high twos or in the mid $3 range. Like I'd be burning those all day if I'm a craft. Yeah, those would be the first to
Yeah.
go. I wouldn't burn any comics.
Well, that's it. And then
My
the question is
only
like, what?
problem
Yeah, go on, mate.
is I have problem with mint numbers. I can't just buy any mint number. I guess with burning it doesn't really matter, but I don't know, just something.
Agree. Absolutely agree with you. That's why it's hard.
Well, I suppose in that case, you just like keep the good mint numbers for yourself, and then just anything that's not so good, you can quite happily just part with that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking about now.
It's quite hard, isn't it? Like, the emotional aspect of this, like, that's why a lot of people buy multiples because when it comes to selling is actually a hell of a lot harder than buying. I sort of find that with like all my ultra rare comics, like I look at them and go, oh, I probably should like sell this to get that, but I really like that and I don't really want to sell it, so that's why I sort of just sits in my collection. Maybe I should do the same thing and start buying a few multiples.
No, I'm in the same boat with you. Yeah, what you said resonates with me very, very well. I literally just started buying, not paying attention too much to the mint numbers because now I got mint numbers I refuse to part with, and I got collectibles that I kind of maybe not want to hold on to, but because of the mint number, I have no choice. I've
Yeah.
committed.
I've got
I've committed us.
I know. I'm the same. I've got collectibles like that too. Either they're like heavily down from when I first bought them, or they've got like a really nice mint number. It's like I know it's a crap collectible. I know I should probably get rid of it, but I'm either that far down the rabbit hole, or it's got a really nice mint number. I just can't get rid of it. And plus, I like it. It's like, oh, god damn it.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, Hinano's here. Hey, Hinano.
I know. I was about to say, Hinano's here. We've got Ghost. Thanks for dropping in, guys.
Yeah.
And so I've got a few faces I've seen in the group before. Is it she? I can never say it.
Yeah.
She me. I've seen you pop up a couple of times. Thanks for coming back, mate. I hope you're enjoying what we have to say. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, and thanks for joining us for WebV Wednesdays, which I have to have a big shout out to Fro Comey for that, who came up with the name. It is brilliant, and I love it, and we're going to run with it.
Yeah, I love the banners that Evolve has created. Like, I love those.
Yeah.
Creative.
They're fun.
Right.
They're fun to make. I like them. It seems like WebV likes them, so I like them too.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, the banners you've been throwing down have been great. I mean, like they've definitely got a lot more creativity in your bones than I definitely do.
It's hard though sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, especially when you have a blank, just white screen. You're looking at like, fuck, what do I put on there?
Yo, Evolve, you do all of it on mobile too, right?
Yeah, it's all on Adobe Express mainly. All the banners and stuff that I've made are all Adobe Express. Yeah, pretty much.
Even more impressive. It's
Only
crazy because it takes a lot of patience and just trying to drag things in the right spot. So yeah, kudos to you. Thank you for those.
Yeah, I was about to say,
thank you.
You do the whole thing on your phone.
Yep, it's fun, but also a pain at times.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Honestly, the app makes it a lot easier. But it is. I mean, I feel limited when I'm on there. at times it's like, damn, I want to do something else, but this doesn't provide it for me. I'm like, I need to get a PC. I need to get these like better programs going.
I do have to say something though, Evolve. That 30-day challenge. Oh my gosh, man, that's brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's getting some real traction, that is.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, that was spur of the moment thought, and I was just like, you know what, like, let's do something different. I haven't seen anything like related to collectibles and like just. I mean, apparently, obviously, people share pictures and stuff on the VeVe feed, and even all the vault creators. So they're still creating and doing their own thing. But I wanted to hopefully get some new people to try and mess with their collectibles and just have some fun with what they have, rather than thinking, oh, my bank's going down or my profile is going down. So
yeah,
just
no, I
have
love
fun
it.
with
Like,
it.
trying to eject a bit of joy into one of the reasons why you bought the thing in the first place, and actually having fun with it, which is what it's all about. Not just buy it and watch number either go up or go down. It's about the joy of actually enjoying what you hold, and I love it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's actually
absolutely. And what it does also, it makes users want to go outside and use that AR capability and take new photos of old collectibles and sentimental ones, I believe. Like for me anyways. Like I've been sitting on a ton of sentimental collectibles that I can't wait. I've still got 27 more days to go. So it's gonna be 27 more days of busting out all the old collectibles in AR and just snapping photos. So yeah, thank you for that, man. That was a great idea. I think the community likes it, and a lot of people are jumping on board. So hopefully it catches on and gets people outside, just to enjoy, their collectibles outdoors.
yeah, man. It's been fun going through my collectibles and seeing like which ones I actually like compared to ones I've bought for who knows why. But I enjoy every collectible that I have, but there has been some where I'm like, why? What did I do that for? So
Same.
look at that and just look at it in a different way. Have some fun with it in the vault, in AR. Just mess around with it rather than looking at the price every damn day.
No, I totally agree. And I got the set of Toby, and I've been waiting to use Toby.
Oh, nice.
So he's coming up.
Bro, I degened on that drop and I regretted it so bad. No, actually, okay, no, I'll take that back. I don't regret it because I did land like two digit sub 100s. So
That's
those
good.
are, I still have them. I like them. They're good for like different scenarios, so to speak. I think a lot of what I have is you can put them in different scenarios. You can build different how do you say it, like scenes, so to speak. So like there's so many possibilities with your collectibles. That's what keeps me buying, is because I'm wanting to put all of one set together, and so many ideas, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, it's
Not
good
gonna
too,
lie,
isn't it? It's good. Yeah, go on, Dino.
I was just gonna say back in the day, when I first got on VeVe, I had so much fun with the AR feature and the feed and everything like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I just completely neglect it now. And so I love that you sparked the inspiration for a challenge like that, because that is a core feature that we have on the VeVe app, that we're able to put these in AR. And I used to do it a lot more, and I want to get back to it. So that might be the motivation to do it.
Do it up. Start your day one today, man.
I know I feel like I didn't get tagged in anything, so I just didn't do it. But I think I'm just gonna tag myself and get on in there.
Yeah, mate, just jump in.
Made it so I'm gonna post it. I made a tweet today, basically telling everyone just go along with this, have some fun with the collectibles. Everyone engage with this. I was nominating Hinano for a little, like I did nominate Hinano, and then I was gonna so on and keep going, but I like the thought of everyone just doing it. So why not? I'll pin it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, do it.
Hinano tagged me, and I went crazy and tagged about 6-7 other people.
Yeah, it made me think. I was like, damn, tagged more people.
So just tag everyone, just blow the whole thing up. I mean, like I saw my Twitter feed just going nuts, like the last couple of days, just 'cause I'm getting tagged in like everything under the sun. And I have to say, like, I too haven't taken the challenge yet, because my AR capabilities of taking photos with my collectibles is not overly great, so I haven't really done it either myself, but I'll have to jump in.
Yeah, Hinano did one with the USS Enterprise the other day, and he did the Spider-Man today, which I thought was immaculate. It was
Bro,
just
It was, yeah.
the
But in
quality
saying
on
that,
that one.
Hinano does have some really nice scenery where he is.
I don't think you can take a bad photo night in Hawaii. I don't think there's a
The thumbs
single
down
one.
for it, bro.
I was waiting
Yeah,
for all
no.
the financial
Did I just
advisors to stop speaking here. You know, I hear we're getting financial
Oh, there
advice
he
in
is.
this space.
No,
What's
no,
up,
no,
guys?
no
How are you guys
financial advice,
doing?
none whatsoever.
No.
Oh, I'm
Good,
leaving,
mate. How
man.
you
What? I
doing?
thought we were getting financial advice. No.
Yeah, the only
Run.
financial advice we
Run.
will give you is just have fun with your collectibles, and that's not even financial
Ah,
advice.
we won't tell you which collectible we'll have fun with, though. That's financial advice. Anyway, how you guys doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, guys. I literally just walked in the door. I was listening to you guys, so I kind of wanted to pop in real quick. Like I said, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. It's great. Shout out to Evolve with the 30-day challenge. I've literally been, I'd sneak away from like our crew and go like try to find like some beach or something and take a picture every day. So yeah, it's kind of fun. And to kind of touch what Dino was saying about the AR feature, it's actually gotten better from when I started using it back in like 2021. And I notice it's depending on which type of phone you have, it'll either be good to take pictures with or it'll just kind of suck. Like I notice Android's not the greatest versus an iPhone. I don't know why. But yeah, it's gotten better in the Apple.
The glass,
Mm. It's all
the
definitely
glasses
improving.
are kind
Yeah, for sure, for sure. They're like, with every update, every app update, every new iPhone that they make, every chipset that they create, it's only going to get better for the technology, I think.
yeah, what do they call it? Like LiDAR technology or something like that? Just
Well,
the
there's LiDAR. Oh shoot, there's another one too. I forget what they call it. It's sensor reactive on motion. Um,
Okay.
I forget the term. They use it for what do they call that? Self-driving. Those cars that drive themselves.
yeah, yep.
Not like Tesla. I think Tesla does something completely different and proprietary. But yeah, no, who knows what they're going to come up with next?
But the point is, it's only going
Yeah,
to
no, scary
improve,
with.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yo, what CB DAR, I don't know. DAWA, VeVe fan, Realm, Thomas. I'm so stupid. Damn. And Cointech, what up, man?
Yeah, if you guys are joining us, like for the first time or returning listeners, thank you so much for jumping back in. So this is this is the start of our VeVe Wednesdays. So which is going to be a regular time slot between 8 and 10 p.m. So Wednesday nights Pacific Standard Time, even though it is coming up on 4:30 in the morning here in England where I am. So yeah, again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming back. And if you have anything you want to throw into the conversation, feel free to throw a hand up. Or if you're happy just listening, just keep on listening. And yeah, so we've had quite a lot going on in the VV market this week since our last space. We've had the VEB drop, the ASM 121, and we just had the carbon neutral stamps just got dropped as well. Apparently, we've got another stamp drop coming on Saturday, so that's probably going to be something reasonable to go for. But how did everybody go with the drops? Did everybody get a VeVe or a Death of Gwen Stacy comic? We also got another one coming up today as well, or at least today for me in the afternoon, which is the second part of that. Did anyone have any luck?
I did not go for it. I did Sleepgate, and
Yeah.
well, it's like 5 in the morning here, but
Mm.
it kind of worked out that way because I was able to buy a bunch of comics under retail. So yeah, I did good in the aftermarket. I think I was buying uncommons for like 4 or 5 gems, and the commons were definitely under retail. So I got like maybe
Mm.
10 in the market. I flipped a UR. I bought
Nice.
one for 27 and flipped it for 48. So yeah, I want to get it back,
Ah,
so I'll
nice
just
one.
wait. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm the
So
same. I
I saw those.
go ahead, guys.
yeah, go involved.
I saw those 3 digits you landed. They're pretty impressive landing those at retail.
And I didn't get it on drop either, man. Like literally, someone threw it on the floor. Like it's kind of crazy what you see people throw on the floor, 3 digits.
Mm.
Uh, pivotal mint dates and years. I know the guy down there, Mr. Severs, can attain to that. Um, but yeah, it's nuts how they're just dropping all these comics on the floor for cheap. So I mean, it's good for us.
Yeah, for sure. And I just want to say thank you, Chris, for joining us, mate. Like, if you haven't read any of his blogs for by Go Collect, really interesting read. And yeah, also the really big on the mint hunting as well. And yeah, is always just the amount of knowledge this guy has is just crazy. So yeah, follow him on Twitter, read his blog. Yeah, really interesting. Thanks for joining us, Chris. But yeah, I was the same. Like, like I missed out on all the drops and just picked up two ultra rare comics in the market that I've been eyeing up for as long as I can remember, which was Marvel Zombies #1, just to complete my Marvel Zombie set, because all those covers look sick, whether it be rare, ultra rare, common, uncommon, they're all fantastic. And I was lucky enough to pick up the ultra rare of Star Wars #1, which was a high 3 digit for which I feel is a very fair price. So the deals are out there, even if you feel like you miss out on the drop. And sometimes missing on the drop is a good thing too, because then it opens you up to all those other possibilities.
True. I agree. I landed the an uncommon on the 121.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
nice.
Spider-Man. Yeah. I need to stack on those too. I actually like that one.
Yeah, I
And
was hoping for
tomorrow
the
as well.
I was hoping for the ultra rare cover, the ultra rare cover by Nicoretta Balderi, because the coloring on that one is just so nice. It's just wow. It just like you look at it and it just the color basically just explodes in your face. And it's also really like like a sad sort of um really sort of powerful emotional cover too, I guess you could say.
Right. Tomorrow is going to be just as nice for the ultra rare cover as well. Yeah. Oh, Clever's in the house. Clever's here with us. He's got all of the great collectibles. If you don't follow Clever on the VeVe app, oh gosh, I've seen his stuff. It's magnificent. His
Yeah,
mint numbers are amazing. Thank you for joining us, Clever.
yeah. We've seen you pop
What's
in
up,
a couple
everybody?
of times. Yeah, thanks for coming back.
What up, CB? How's it going?
Chilling. Good to meet you guys. It's funny, you spend enough time in your own VeVe communities and spaces, and suddenly you pop into one with all new faces who know what they're talking about, and it's a little bit like poking your head into a classroom in the 5th grade,
Yeah,
but it's not your classroom. But they're all learning. They're all talking about the same shit that your class is talking about, just all new kids. So good to be here. Good to say what's up. Good to meet people I haven't met before.
yeah, mate. CB, is it?
Yeah, CB.
CB, yeah, nice to meet you, man. Ozman Collects, say 63. So thanks for joining us. Yeah, that's basically one of the whole reasons why we created this space, and why we created our collectives group, the VeVe Collective, is like to provide a space for other like-minded individuals who want to come and share and just like talk about like all the things that we love, like getting back to the fandom and the pop culture and the fun of collecting, and not feeling like you like you speak in a different language, or like you're struggling
Totally.
to yeah, like because I'm not sure if you find it like because when you start like nerding out with other people, or you start talking about NFTs or crypto or whatever, like they just sort of like either switch off or they just don't want to know anything about it, and it gets a little bit disheartening.
Yeah, of course. Whereas you guys are talking about low mint, special mint, VeVe stuff. It's like I wandered into a certain part of the city where everyone speaks my language, and I'm perking up, and I'm like, hey, all right, finally, we got
Yeah,
some.
mate.
I'm hearing my native tongue.
That's it, mate. Yeah,
VeVe.
jump in.
Anyway.
Come join us. Sit down, have a drink.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to say to CV, I've heard you a part of some very epic spaces way back in the day when I used to listen to spaces more regularly. You were always so level-headed, and a lot of the times you were the contrarian. People were hyping up the market, and you were saying, I'm concerned about this market. We need to tread lightly. You were the voice of reason, and I've always appreciated the way that you work through issues and discussions. So I just wanted to say that I always sat in the background in the crowd and just listened. But it's cool to finally, have a group of people that I feel comfortable talking with, and I learned a lot from you and Dave and the other people in those spaces. So I just want to say I appreciate you, and it's nice to meet you.
Thank you, bud. I really appreciate hearing that. Is it Dino or Dino, or how should I say your name?
Dino.
Dino, gotcha. Dino, thank you for that, man. Thanks for saying that. It was I took my lumps back then when I was sometimes the only person calling out, asking people to just heed a warning about inflated prices, and and nobody wanted to hear it at the time. But look, everyone has their own learning curve in any kind of investing situation, any kind of market, and it's all one big learning process. And you always have your first heartbreak, and that's the one that breaks you. That's the one that breaks you and also breaks you in and gets you prepared to do it better the next time. So it's all an education, But thanks for saying that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I learned the hard way too. I think we all do here and there, but if we look back on that, there's one particular conversation that sticks out. It was around Darth Vader time, and you were right. And so, but I was listening, and I was like, you know what? I've been such a moon boy. I've been on the hype. I need to kind of step back a little bit and just evaluate. Let's let this breathe. And I'm so glad I did listen to what you were saying and consider it. And, for all the people, including just my view at the time was wrong. I thought, okay, well, we might be leveling off a little bit, but then we'll hit back another bull run. And I was wrong. And I think it's really important to admit that and just to grow and to learn from each other instead of just being prideful and trying to be right all the time. So
for sure, man. And Osman, good to Osman, you look familiar. I feel like there's a chance that we've spoken in spaces before.
Maybe not. Like to be honest with you, like since hosting these spaces, I've never actually spent much time in spaces myself. So we may have bumped into each other. We may not have, but I suppose it doesn't really matter because it's a pleasure speaking with you now and either meeting you for the first time or the 10th time. Just glad to have you here, mate. So what's your experiences in the whole VeVe verse bin? Like, how do you have like a collecting strategy, or what are you into, mate?
Yeah, so I collect lowest public mints. I'm CB1 on the market. That's my VeVe username, and special dates, lowest public mints. I scaled out of regular lower mints, or like super low mints, about 8 months to a year ago, because I was trying to get myself sort of an insurance package against really tough times, and I felt like lowest public mint was probably one of the better umbrellas to have over your head should one still be a collector in this app. during tough market times. So special dates. I love my 888s. And look, the OTC thing a couple weeks back was a gut punch for a lot of low mint collectors, less so for special mint collectors. But I think if you've baked in the fact that this whole endeavor is going to could very well require years of patience. And I think the January bull run set up expectations that were, as the emperor would say it, unnatural.
Love it.
So yeah, but I'm a very long-term holder. Like about 25% of my collection is there for flipping in order to bolster the 75% that I'm holding super long-term with no real plans to. I've never cashed out. FA on the blockchain with this kind of IP is, in my opinion, irrefutable in terms of future value. It's just a question of how long into the future we're talking. But I'm comfortable waiting as long as it takes. That's kind of my MO, you know.
No, right on. So is there anything in particular that, like, you're into? Like, do you like target, like, just collectibles or comics, or do you have a certain like character that you sort of look at, or anything that you really sort of focus?
Let's see. I mean, in terms of the stuff that I like, in terms of just my own fandom, which has me occasionally bending my own collecting rules, the Star Wars stuff for me.
Nice.
Is a lifelong Star Wars nut. So I love me some Star Wars stuff. In preparation for whenever localization fires on all cylinders, I love my 888s. I like the main thing I really geek out on is significant comic LPMs, lowest public mints, because I believe, regardless of what happens, I think, and I've said this in my own spaces and other spaces in sort of the other VeVe circles that I've been in. So apologies for anyone who's hearing me say this again. But I think the OTC deal showed us that, I think the OTC deal showed us that we need to, prepare for, I asked myself, well, if sub lowest public mint, anything below 41 or a 176 or a 158, 201, 186, what's going to make them special? What's going to make, we had the 88 and the 89 and the 87 MC1 hit the market. And I believe the 88 was sold for 4,444 gems. But as far as MC1 goes, we're talking about 500 sub lowest public mints. So are you telling me that all 500 of those are capable of going for over $4,000 gems? So I think the question becomes, when OTC stuff becomes more ubiquitous, how are the mint collectors, what markers of value are the mint collectors going to use in order to distinguish why a mint number 88 MC1 is any better than or worse than a mint number 68 or 268, which is why lowest public mint, even though that is something, lowest public mint, I believe, has I think will be preserved in terms of its one-of-oneness and its specialness, because it was the main demarcation of value, of lowest possible value, highest possible value for lowest possible mint in the times prior to OTC. And so I feel like the value of that will be canonized and preserved and put on a pedestal in the future. It might take a second, but I think it feels like a smart bet for me. And because I don't have really the interest in shelling out. I like to go in with minimal fiat. I don't really have the interest in shelling out a lot of dough for OTC stuff, which means I'll play by the rules that they give me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the people who are doing smart collecting with these current rules and getting those one-of-ones, whether it's the lowest public mint or a special, in my opinion, that's a one-of-one, or a special, or a 616 or 1939 as far as Marvel Comics goes, I think those actually might wind up carrying more value than most of, if not all of, with the exception of maybe like a certain number of the LPMs. So I don't know. These are just random kind of musings of mine. And because I use the word musings, I want all of you to line up like an airplane and just take a swing at me with different instruments of torture. And Leslie Nielsen, the way he got a second shot in there, oh man, was that fucking so good. Like he turned over, looked over his shoulder, and made sure to get a second shot in. For those of you who remember the movie, anyway. So those are just some random thoughts. Yeah. Sorry if I went on a little long.
No, man, no, that's great. Like, no, we always appreciate different points of opinion, and yes, that made a lot of sense. I mean, like, there's some of these like low mints and unique mint numbers are probably going to carry more weight than the actual like scarcity of the actual item. But we just noticed that Chris Severs wants to jump in and say a few words. I'm sure he's got a lot to say when it comes to mint numbers. How are you, Chris?
Good. How you doing, Alex? Can you hear me okay? Oh,
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, we got you.
Am I there? Yeah, sorry about that. I had to transition into my mobile phone here from the desktop. So I just want to echo that. I know we've had this chat in the past, but for me and several of the, us older guys that have been in physical comic collecting for a lot of years, that mint number issue is of probably some of the most important things that we do in this app. So we will chase a 1939 reference MC1 common or uncommon, for instance, if the mint number is right, believing that in the long term, there is a chance that will probably outperform a secret rare random mint number with a low scarcity, because that mint number is so representative of the historical significance connected to that asset. And so whether or not it's the rare, the ultra rare, in some cases that could even, maybe even be better because it's so exclusive, it's so rare. But yeah, the mint number issue for us, it was the first thing that a few of us, when we got together, there's a physical group here in Vancouver that we meet and go for drinks and talk about all this stuff. It was the first thing that came up. How do we differentiate these digital assets? They're all exactly the same. They're digital. There is no physical grading difference. So when you submit a comic book to the CGC, for instance, right, they're looking for, is the staple out of alignment on the spine? Is the fingerprints that had grease on them darkening the corners of pages? Did you slab it? Did you have it graded? Did you color on it? Did you get Stan Lee's signature, but he signed it over the face of the character? That actually devalues the book in many cases. So for us, sometimes the guys that are signing these things will do that. If you're not paying attention and ask them where you want the book signed, and they just sign over because there's some ego sometimes used to be at play, right? Like I'm this person, I'm going to sign that book. And I'm going to devalue it based on where I sign it. So there's so many things that go into what determines a book's CGC value. In reality, I mean, if you were to take the way that these things are built, they're all 10.0s. They're physical, perfect representations of the original. So what makes them different? Well, manufactured scarcity, right? A secret rare, there's only X number minted. The exclusive covers to VeVe, those are very rare. Those are artists that are working directly for this one platform. And then there's the mint numbers. And as we've heard, like several of you have made these comments, right? If the mint numbers weren't important, VeVe would not have released these NFTs with mint numbers on them. And DC tried it, and in very short order, what came from that was the DC wiki, where you plug in your confirmation number and it spits out what the mint is, right? So it's important, and whether people believe it or not, fine. I hope in reality more people don't think about that and just continue to think the best way to get in is buying anything off the floor at random, because it gives guys like us a little bit of extra time to grab what we can. And putting it in perspective, this past week, I know we've got a couple of pretty good drops coming, and what happens every time a couple of pretty good drops come? Everybody drops their pants and unloads fantastic mint numbers. So I just bought Dark Hawk, the common mint 8390 last night for $1.99. So that's the August 39 reference mint that we're talking about to 1939, right? And so a lot of people don't know what they have, and they don't think in terms of that grander scale. And I think it's just because we're in an instant right now where we are very heavily crypto focused. That's the audience that's in here. They're looking for quick wins, and a random mint common on a book that's only worth a couple grand in real life. Well, if I can get 3 or 4 gems back, and that gets me to $6.99 to try for a secret rare tomorrow, that's the game that's being played. But it's not the collecting strategy that's underpinning this whole thing. So that's my input on the mint number. I hope that's okay. But yeah, I just,
mate, no, that was
I get
fantastic.
excited
No, thank you so much.
talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've had Phil had his hand up to speak very patiently. Go on, Phil. So how are you, mate? You want to say a few words?
Hey, man, what's up? What's up, fam? So when it comes to mint numbers, so there are, like, you want the year release date. It's kind of cool, that one. But there are the 420s, there are the 69s, there are the last mint, there are the 41s, the first mint. What is your guys' favorite? Would you rather have a first mint or a last mint? Would you rather have a 69, a 420? I think the one that slept on the most is the 222, the 333, the 888s. Those ones are kind of cool. I like those ones a lot.
Yeah, I actually, one of my earlier blogs, I wrote about the different types of mint numbers that you can collect in this app, and it's the part that I really like the most. Is is something for everyone. So a guy that I collect a lot with, he was on Hinano show the last week there, but Denis Mazer on Twitter, he's all over collecting 628s because 62 August is Spidey's first appearance. He's a huge Spidey fan. Almost every comic book in Marvel is somehow connected or has a crossover story back to, Peter and whatnot. And so that's his mint, and his collection is huge on that. More people than not would be like 628, right? But that's his thing. First or last, I mean, it's hard to get a first right now in VeVe, but if you can get mint 30,000 on a 30,000 run, I think that would be incredibly cool and potentially valuable now, because it's the last of a run. There are no more. So very difficult to find, right? There's only one last mint. So yeah, and first runs are always important. Like the lower mints, they're clean off, hot off the press. That's another. I used to work in the newspaper and magazine industries, and so hot off the press, right? The first ones that are coming off the print, they're the ones that people coveted. The stop the press was when an error was found, and so you would stop and you would try and correct the error, and people would keep those issues because there was a problem with them, right? And so that's another thing. Binaries, 111s, 11011s, incredibly rare numbers. I think there's only 6 per 100 or something like that. I'd have to check the math on it, but super rare. Palindromes, right? There's only, what is the number? I think it's 199 per 10,000. So it's something like, I don't know, 500 and 99 palindromes in a 30,000 mint run. Well, that's less than 600 secret rares. So if you're a palindrome enthusiast, that's going to be something that's more important to you than the rarity of the book. And so that's why it's such a great point, because anybody can collect any way they want, and these become what I think is going to look super cool when you walk into a virtual showroom and it's just like, look at all these 222s or whatever your number is. Right? It's just going to look cool. It's going to be a really big flex. And if there's someone else that has a affinity to that same number, you're going to have a buyer for that. So that's where I get excited too.
So I've had a 41 that wasn't my biggest sale. Can I tell you guys who I sold the 41 to? Everyone's gonna hate me. It was a secret rare. It was a secret rare 41 to the Danny guy, Danny LIC.
Danny the Bull?
That guy. The Danny guy, the guy that did the OTC counter thing, whatever. He gave me a lot.
Danny Boy.
Oh, Danny Boy. Oh, that guy. Yeah, okay.
He gave me a lot of money for it, and I took it just because he tried to poach me, and I was like, nah, that's a big one, that's a big one. But finally, I gave in, and I mean, I got like 10 sets for it, so I took it.
Yeah.
I took it. So I mean, you guys, like, the gamification thing that we have in this app is fucking cool as shit. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. I love hearing that too. And
I just like the fact that, like, you know, it sort of offers like a different, like, you know, way for people to collect. Like, as you said, like, people might want to collect the palindromes, people might want to collect binary numbers, or I've heard in other cases people just like to collect mint numbers because they relate to something significant and important in their lives. Like, for example, if I wanted to collect, say, mint number, I don't know, let's say 2019, and that might mean nothing to anyone else, but to me, that's my son's birthday. And if I wanted to have, like, you know, all these awesome comics with my son's birthday on it, I mean, that's something special to me. And I just like the way that option is available to anybody. Like, it could be like, you know, a special date, like, you know, for your partner's anniversary. It could be like, you know, the birth of your son or your daughter. It could be a relative's like birthday or something like that. Just something like a lot more special and unique than just buying it because it's got scarcity or just because it's a fancy number.
Right. Speaking of gamification, we got MCP rolling out pretty quickly now. You guys excited?
Yeah, that's a big topic of discussion, isn't it? Let's talk about MCP. Who's got their MCP? That's a good question.
Not yet.
Yeah, I see a few thumbs up, thumbs downs, kind of mixed reviews. Yeah, we were just talking a little bit before about, like, you know, the interesting aspect of the whole burning and crafting side of it.
It's a myth.
No,
Oh,
I
you
mean,
reckon?
I'm level 63, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Do you know how many daily points I get?
Go on. How many?
2.5, more than 2.5K.
Like, by the sounds of that, a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, dude, I'm killing it.
Oh shit, Phil!
What's up?
Phil, I didn't realize that. That's huge, man.
Yeah.
Is your header updated? Is
No,
that
it's
accurate
not.
as of today?
I'll update it though. Oh no, just look down the feed. It is kind of updated down the feed.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm only like MCP level 22 and a Diamond 1. But yeah, I mean, I reckon it's cool. That it just shows, like, you know, a bit of progress. Progress is always good, even if it's not as fast as we'd like it to be. But yeah, we were just saying, like, you know, wouldn't it be cool, like, you know, with the burning and crafting side of it, like, it could be like a if anyone's like the gamers in the community, it could be like a Diablo 2 like scenario where, like, you can have, like, you know, burning, like, you know, 10 common comics gives you, like, you know, a unique ultra rare or something like that. Like, and that seems to be what they're sort of gearing up for, like, you know, in the sort of the potion drop we've got going at the moment is kind of like the trainer wheels for that.
Yeah. You know, hey, biggest bro was in the house. Hey, biggest bro, just want to say
Yeah,
hi. Put a shout out to you.
yeah. Thanks
Hey,
for joining us, biggest bro.
you know, I got a quick question for Phil. Phil, do you happen to know where you rank? Are you the top 10, top 15, top 20?
No, not even close, bro. Not even close. I hope I'm top 100. There's some motherfuckers like I've seen a lot of people's accounts, and I'm like, wow, like how the fuck are like they have way more sets than me, they have way more collectibles than me, but I think I've been holding for longer. That's why I am up there more than them. I think. I don't know though, but they'll catch up.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
I'm
don't
looking
have.
at
They don't.
your. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
VeVe. No, I was just gonna say VeVe doesn't have to. I mean, I don't really actually expect them to, but it would be so cool if they just blessed the collectors that have been holding for so long. I mean, again, I don't expect them to. I don't think that they necessarily should, but it would be cool if they did. I really, because I can already tell the psychology is changing with the MCP. It's getting people to buy certain collectibles that they might not be interested in just because it's a secret rare one set, you know, or a one piece set, and that's going to help my MCP. So it's already shifting at least the psychology. I don't know if we've seen it in the market quite yet, but
Mm.
I just hope that the MCP points are going to be used for something that people actually want. So that's kind of what I'm waiting to see, is if it's worth it to get all these points.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
So what I think is it's gonna go to a wait list, and all the big IPs are gonna drop, and you can use your MCP points to get another seat, and that's the only reason why I've been stacking this hard, so I can get my Pokemon, I can get my Street Fighter, I can get my all that Zelda, whatever you guys want to get.
That would be cool. I know Dino's definitely hoping for Nintendo. If y'all haven't seen his constant tweets on Twitter, say when Nintendo, I'm the same. I would like to see Nintendo.
Well, I was going to ask, what makes you say that?
Oh, have you not seen have you seen the Tokidoki background yet? Go look at
What's
the
that about
Tokidoki
Tokidoki?
background. Yep, go look at the Tokidoki background. Like this, expand it and see what's in the Tokidoki background. Sorry.
Can we pin it?
I will if you guys can't find it.
Yeah, if you can pin it, throw it up there. So see what you mean. But
Give me a
just on
second.
the subject of Nintendo, who's seen the new Mario movie? So I'm dying to see it and want to know if it's any good.
6.3 out of 10. 6.3 out of 10.
Yeah. So it was all right, but not nothing special.
Yeah, it was
That's
kind of
your rating?
kiddish. Like everyone was like hyping it up. I thought it was gonna be kind of cool, but 6.3 out of 10.
Yeah, right.
Still going to see it, but
oh yeah, I'm definitely still going to see it because I grew up with Mario.
oh yeah. I'm going to lower my expectations though based on that rating.
It was
I mean,
good.
like
It was good. We enjoyed it. We took the family out. It was a good romp for kids. You're right. It is a little bit more kiddish than for like the adults, but it brought back some nostalgia just from scenes that they did and recreated. Brought back nostalgia as in like certain games. So it was fun.
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
yeah, nice. Yeah, I used to always love Mario. I mean, like a lot of people like take the first Mario game and sort of like compare it like to life, which is to sort of get like a little like deep and philosophical here. Basically, saying life is like Mario. It's basically you can only go forwards, you can't go backwards, and there's only a certain amount of time to get everything done before basically it all falls apart. Which I thought was like quite relevant.
Yep, and you got to jump over a bunch of obstacles along the way.
Yep, jump a whole heap of obstacles along the way. Usually got to save a princess, which is usually always getting herself into trouble and fight a big monster.
How original.
They fucking made
yeah.
Koopa such a bitch. That's what made me mad. Koopa's gangster as shit, and who saw it? God, they made Koopa like they made him like a little like woman hungry dude. It made me mad
Yeah, what, like in the movie?
in the movie, and yeah.
Yeah, and Jack Black played Koopa. I wasn't really a fan of Koopa either. Yeah, I thought he was lame. He was chasing girls. I'll leave it at that.
Well, exactly, but
Yeah.
Koopa's a gangster. Koopa is a gangster. Other than that, I expected a lot just because everyone hyped it up, and 6.3. That's all I can say. It was good. Like
Yeah.
I wish I would have like I went just hot. I just smoked weed. I wish I was on mushrooms and watching in 3D. You know, and then I would have been like, "Oh my god, this is the best movie ever."
Nice one. Love it. Well, there you go. If you haven't seen it yet, so check it out if you're a fan of the Mario and Nintendo franchise and want to go for the nostalgia. But by the sounds of it, it's geared towards the kids and younger generation. Just sounds like, just go if you want to have some fun. But something else I did see that wrapped up yesterday for me is the season 3 of The Mandalorian. So if anyone's been following that, season 3 was the last episode. Well, for me it was yesterday. And yeah, I reckon it was fantastic. Loving the series, loving the franchise. They're really sort of like getting the juices flowing in the Star Wars world again. Who's a Mandalorian fan out there?
Real quick.
Yeah, man, go on.
Osman, I'm gonna sign off and just say it was great to meet you guys. I'm gonna actually go watch that last episode right now. But great combo, everyone, and I hope to see everyone soon.
Yeah, thanks, CB. Thanks for dropping in. So great to meet you, mate.
Thanks, Osman.
See you, CB.
Take care,
Dino,
CB.
everybody.
Make sure you give us a like and a follow on
Good
Twitter.
stuff.
I'll do the same.
For sure,
Adios,
for sure.
CB.
Phil, good to see you in here, and I'll catch you back on the home front. Phil and I are from the same VeVe community. We've strayed a bit, we've walked a few blocks away, and bumped into each other in this cafe outside the neighborhood. Anyway, good shit, guys.
No,
Good
CB.
talking.
Before you go,
Yeah.
do a voice for me, please.
Phil's referring to a couple of different characters that I do.
Give him a voice.
In the space.
Oh, okay.
Hans.
What are you looking for, Phil? You want Hans Gruber?
No. I want the fucking the new one.
Phil is
Yes.
referring to a guy that talks like this. His name is maybe Tony or Muggsy or Bugsy. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Love it.
good flipping nickels with you fellas on the corner. I'll see you guys soon.
Peace, guys.
All right, CB. Love,
it.
bro.
See you, man.
Thanks, CB. Take care, man. That guy's cool. I like that guy.
Nah, CB he's gangster, man. Yeah, god damn it, he's gangster.
Osman hit him with the mug.
CB should have been Koopa.
Yeah. There you go. CV for Cooper. I like it. But back to Mandalorian. Who's watching it? Who's following it?
I'm in. I haven't seen the last episode, so if there's any spoilers coming, I need to mute the phone. So.
Same.
No spoilers. I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is it ends the season very nicely. And that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, definitely watch it if you haven't
It's
seen
the
it.
last episode.
Yeah, last episode of season 3.
Oh, come on. I was just getting into it. I'm
the
caught
same.
up, but
I just want to see
Man.
Grogu hit VeVe because I think Aaron at My Collectibles is going to lose his mind. I want to see that show.
Oh, he will. Yeah. Mate, the moment they drop Grogu on VeVe, yeah, Aaron's just going to lose his mind, isn't he?
Yeah.
May the 4th right around the corner. I'm sure they got something.
That
nice
is
planned.
true. Yeah. May the 5th is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. right around the corner.
So you reckon we might get some Star Wars drops of some description? I reckon we should.
Yeah, what are we
It's been a while
getting?
since we've seen
They've
nothing.
already leaked that.
Well, I
You
don't
guys
know.
didn't see
I'm
the
hoping we
leak?
get something other than a poster. Oh yeah, that's right. No, they had the thing about Akbar, didn't they?
Did they? Oh,
I saw it on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, no, they accidentally leaked something on VeVe.me, and then whatever.
And had like yeah. Oh man, can you? Wouldn't it be cool if it had like an animated Admiral Akbar and it actually said it's a trap?
So,
Would be very cool if he said that.
I reckon it'd be cool. You could start can you imagine what the Voltaholis could do with that? Have Admiral Akbar saying it's a trap, and they can make construct all these elaborate traps or the different characters that we've gotten in VeVe. I reckon it'd be cool.
yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll have the Obi-Wan comes out with the Vader Ultra Rare, where if you pair them together, the lightsaber goes through it, and you end up with that NFT with nothing in it. What was the one they dropped last week? And the Mrs. Invisible
Woman.
Woman. There's still nothing
just
there.
the plaque.
It's just a plaque.
I know, and people were paying 30, 40 gems at one point for it, weren't they?
Yeah, I think people were just like, well, what if they sneak something in there? Which could still happen. I don't know, but
It could definitely still happen.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite funny because there was a lot of speculation around that.
No, it was good. I just keep stacking my
Nice.
my Boba Fett's and lightsabers, and I'm good. I've got all the other stuff covered. I'm pretty deep in the Star Wars stuff. I love it. So much history in there. So I'm probably heavier weighted in Star Wars stuff on the NFT side than anything else. But
Oh yeah, well, I mean, Star Wars will basically live forever at the rate it's going.
yeah, I agree.
Are you excited about the new are you excited about the announcements they made about a week or so ago about the new movies in the works, and of course the new TV shows?
Yeah, I am. I think it's just more great content. I hope the storytelling is as good as what we've been seeing lately. If they if they can put where did the Jedi come from in a in a writing format that matches Andor, I think that would be outstanding. Just to hear the history of all that. But if they do it like She-Hulk, then they're gonna lose me quick. So.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, She-Hulk was She-Hulk started strong and then just dropped off a cliff very quickly.
Yeah.
As for Andor, I mean, a lot of people that I've spoken to about Andor didn't really like it because it was it wasn't as fast paced or as actiony as they used to. I mean, I just sort of said to them Andor is basically just a different flavor of Star Wars. All it is.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why I liked it, because it was
because it was different.
Really deep. It was different and telling a very important story of the whole Star Wars saga that as kids growing up, you didn't really where did they get this design from to blow up the Death Star? What was that? And when they came out with Rogue Squadron, it was was it Rogue Squadron? Yeah, it was Rogue Squadron, right?
Yeah, it was Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, and it was just holy crap. That scene where Vader shows up in the ship and the poor rebels, it was just
oh my god, right? No, that was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay, well, let's slow that down and break it apart and show you how that device made it even up to the ship. I just thought it was a great way to do that. I do believe that the Jedi story is going to obviously be a little more intensive, right? You're going to see Jedi battles, lightsaber battles, and all that kind of stuff. But
of course, yeah.
This is just a little grittier. Yeah, I think I like Andor because to me it's a lot more like the newer Daredevil 3-season show that came out on Netflix, now on Disney Plus. Very very hard hitting, very dark, and explaining what
Mm.
it
Gritty,
is.
very gritty.
Gritty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a lot more gritty, a lot more like in depth, like the storytelling and like establishing plots and characters and all that sort of fun stuff. Not just like let's just throw you in front of a whole bunch of CGI and flashing lights and action scenes and not really sort of care about what's actually happening.
And I like that kind of shows, you know what I mean? Like to me, like Andor was
Mm,
very intimate and it took its time to give the viewer information. It just depends if the viewer wanted to like sit there and actually gestate what you were getting. But it was really well
mm,
done, and I kind of gravitate more towards TV shows like that where um, that it's very thought provoking. They really take their time to flesh out the characters. Sometimes an entire episode is slow, and I'm okay with that because it's world building, I think, because it's very
mm.
massive if you really look at Andor and what they're trying to do. And it's a lot
Yeah.
of episodes too, but yeah, I gravitate more towards Star Wars like that. Like Star Wars Rogue One, man, I enjoyed that. That was so great. You get to know how the Death Star was made. That scene with Vader, like you said, Chris, was just phenomenal. Um, yeah, I
Oh yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yes.
Mm. Man,
Yeah.
just
I
like
mean that you're right. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was about to say like just like that scene like where up until that point you hadn't really seen like the full like force of Darth Vader, like how actually terrifying he can be, and there that whole scene was just like amazing, just seeing like all the rebel soldiers like basically just like losing their minds and like like running around in absolute panic as it being owned by like Vader just plowing through them.
Hmm.
And then we saw it again, like in the Obi-Wan show, like like just seeing how nasty Vader can be, like just like with the true like power of like the dark side, with him like just like holding starships, like just in his hand, like they were absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene and like I think it's the last episode where they're fighting. That's just crazy how strong he is.
Yeah, like that ship's like about to fly off, and all of a sudden Vader just busts in, holds his hand up, and that starship with all its like thruster power is just going nowhere, and just like wow, it's like Darth Vader doesn't even need his lightsaber to mess you up. Like, he can just like tear you apart with the power of the Force.
Probably could like make somebody explode or something.
Cool. So yeah, so for anyone who might just be joining us, or if you're still here, thanks for listening. So hopefully you enjoy the conversations we're having and the content we're throwing down. This is VeVe Wednesdays, which is going to be try and be our regular time slot of 8 till 10, say at night Pacific Standard Time, where we just talk about all things VeVe, collecting, pop culture, fandom, and yeah, just trying to geek out in this space that we call VeVe. And it's brought to you by the VeVe Collective, which is the collecting group that I'm a part of, and a lot of our speakers are here today are part of as well. And yeah, it's basically just a group where we just sort of get together and just geek out. And there will be a link to our Discord as well for anyone who might be interested in coming to geek out further with us, which is what it's all about, just enjoying this journey and this collecting experience. And again, thank you for listening in.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
I wanted to say something earlier, but I kind of got sidetracked with typing.
That's right.
Double Quill. Yeah, for any of those that do not know, Double Quill writes these amazing articles about VeVe and the journey. She goes down these side paths that we don't normally, I guess, look at. And her latest one, Out of Gas, where she
Yeah,
talks
I like
about
that one.
how, yeah, it's pretty much on point, the same path that I took, and I ended up that led me down to VeVe. Same way, yeah. She her detailed account was pretty much on point. How I ended up here as well, and yeah, it's so relatable how she wrote that
Mm.
story, and for that, I just wanted to say thank you, Double Quill, for sharing that story with us.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Double Quill as well. I mean, like, I personally enjoyed the one where she was just basically comparing the VeVe community to like the schoolyard sort of scene. Like, basically, you got like your classrooms and like your different groups, and basically they just sort of one supports VeVe, one doesn't, one collects. You basically got like your goths and your emos of the VeVe corner. Then you've got like the Moon Boys and the fans like
Oh,
us.
the high school tour.
The
That's the one. Yeah,
cafeteria.
that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Chris, if you haven't, check out Double Quill's blogs because you're a fellow blogger as well. Phenomenal
Yeah,
blogs.
yeah, I read them.
Yeah, her latest blogs, I loved it. It was, I laughed. It was good stuff.
Yeah, they're funny. I like the angle on these things. It's great to have this. There's so many different perspectives and ways of sharing what we're all doing in here. So that's for me. I read everything as much as I can. So.
Yeah, love it. Real wordsmith.
I'm better writing than speaking most of the time, but
Hey, is the Miles a hard collectible to get?
in
What's that,
terms
sorry,
of
mate?
just in the market,
The Miles Morales, is that one a hard one to get?
Comic or collectible?
Collectible.
Depends. It's a little up there for the average Joe, I'd say.
The Miles is pretty hard. So, God. What is your favorite collectible? If anyone can speak up, what is your favorite collectible?
I'll go first since I just made a post. I think yesterday, my day 2. My favorite collectible is Miles Morales, the ultra rare. The detail on his outfit, on his webs, everything about it, I love it. I don't have the rare or ultra rare Spider-Man, which I wish I could have, but I do have the uncommon, and just the details on their outfits is just phenomenal. I love them.
The 30 Miles is my favorite. It's like, how many are there? Like 1,000 or 2,000 of them, but that one is the one. My PFP is so gangster, dude. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he's badass, bro.
Yep.
That's a close second for me. I love that hoodie Miles too. That's the one I would choose. I mean, you take scarcity out of it. That's the one I want. Obviously, animated is really cool, but that's the only one that's Miles in his hoodie, which is, even in the movie
With
it
the
shows him.
Jordans, though, right?
Yeah, and I'm really hoping
Yeah,
to get the
that's
chest
right.
sign
Yeah.
eventually, but I don't know. Even without it, it's just cool. It's got so much character. But yeah, my favorite collectible is the first ever Marvel, the Spider-Man.
Oh,
Just what it represents. And I'm a big time Spider fan, Peter Parker and Miles Morales. But yeah, so that would be my choice.
damn! I wish I could show you my collectibles, man. I got some pretty the first Marvel collectible. I got some pretty cool ones.
Maybe one day in the VeVe-verse. We'll check it out.
So what about you then, Phil? What's your favorite collectible, or what's the highlight of your collection?
SRA 15, just because of the collectible or comic book. That's the question.
Both.
Do both.
It's a weird one because I'm like really into dragons. So the gold dragon. There's a couple gold dragons that I love. If I had to choose one,
don't be lying, Phil.
What up, Biggie? Get the fuck out of here, Biggie.
Hey,
Big E, what up, man?
What's going on, people?
What is up?
How are you, Biggie? So thanks for joining us, mate. I don't think we've met
alive and
before.
blessed, man. Oh, really? Oh, well.
Detroit. Let's go, Detroit. Detroit, right?
That's right, Detroit. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. You guys
There
got
you go.
VeVe in the head.
Nice one. Thanks for joining us, mate.
You guys don't know, but Phil's one of the OGs, and Phil has got a massive collection and a very expensive collection. He could have retired a while ago, but he chooses still to go to work. He's one of them big OGs. So go ahead, Phil. Let them go ahead and hear what you really have.
It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Of course,
I like to play. I like to
only
play
if you want to share,
pool.
of course.
Sorry, what was that?
What?
As I say, only if you're comfortable sharing, of course. I mean, like, obviously, if you don't want to say, then by all means, don't say.
By all means,
What
Phil.
is my favorite collectible?
Remember Cornos?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go with your favorite. Not so much the most expensive one you own or anything like that. Like, what personally is your favorite on the app?
Yeah. So that Donnie that you have does not count. So go ahead.
No.
Oh, I'm playing.
Okay, well then, Biggie, what about you? So, what's your favorite collectible then?
Most favorite collectible is going to be hands down, as weird as it is, Wonder Woman with the magic
Okay, which
lasso.
one?
Well, the magic
Yeah.
lasso, the first FA collectible with yeah. I don't even know which one it is. Hell, that's the first one, isn't it? The first Wonder Woman drop.
No, I believe the more cartoony looking one was the FA. The lasso one I think is the second drop.
Artist Alley was the first one.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Now, which one came right after or right around the time of Croc and Batman? That dual drop or whatever the heck that collector statue, was that the Wonder Woman that I'm thinking about?
Yeah, because
Was that the second or the first one?
yeah, because I know there was the two. There was I think it's the DC Cover Girls has got one. That was the first one that was dropped. I'm just trying to find it now on my laptop. But yeah, that had the FA tag, and then they dropped another one after that with the lasso, which I believe is based off Adam
Yeah,
Hughes
that's the one.
artwork.
And then it's the
Yeah,
second one.
yeah,
Yeah, the second one. I love the way
yeah,
that the lasso glows. And I mean, they didn't do too bad on the face. The body and everything is solid. I don't know. It just seemed like a pretty solid collectible. You know, um, but my absolute favorite, if we can take the shine off the Superman, that's going to be my go-to.
yeah. The Superman.
Yeah, certainly enough. But they got to make him unshiny. Dull him down. He don't have to be chrome. So.
Yeah, no, nice. So, is there anything you've been buying lately? So, have you picked up anything for your collection lately?
Oh no. Nope. I stopped buying
Nope.
in January. So January I stopped. I will pick back up probably in a couple more months. Because I've got to see the bottom. And the bottom I don't think is in, unfortunately. So yeah, yeah. So that's where I'm
Yep.
at. Because there's a lot on the board that I've scoped out.
Hey, Biggie,
And
can you tell them who you are, please? Tell them who you are. Tell them who you are.
No one.
Tell them who you are.
No one, brother. I am no one.
So
So
we know who he is.
uh
He's Biggie.
Biggie. That's right. I'm just Biggie.
That's right. If he wants to be
Uh,
Biggie, he can be Biggie.
there we go. Hey, question. What is your favorite
Yeah, mate.
collectible? Or are you a comic book head?
I would definitely say I'm a comic book head. The ultra rare comics are kind of
So am I.
my personal go to.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm at. That's where my mojo is at. Is all in the comics. So let's talk comics. What's your
Okay.
number one? What are you? Well, first off, I'm gonna ask you: have you read a digital comic? Because
I have.
most people have not.
No, they haven't. I mean, I actually made it a personal, like, try and mission of mine to try and actually read some of these ultra rare comics I've got, because I've got like over like 120 of the bloody things now, and I've never only probably ever
Oh
read
dear
a
Lord.
handful of them. And the last one I
Mm.
read, I believe, I've just started the Torment series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I managed to finish the first. Sorry, no, not the Torment series, the other one, Craven's Last Hunt. So I managed to get through the first two editions of that one, and I'm just up to the third one. But being a father with two kids, two young kids, 1 2 and 1 4, keeps me very entertained. So I barely find any time to myself to try and sit down and read
Oh
them.
dear Lord. Well, you can always turn them into bedtime stories. I mean, not that particular comic book, but that's the way I grew up. The bedtime story was the comic book. No.
That is true. I could try reading. One to my son like before bedtime. I mean, like right now he's very into his Coco Melon and Fireman Sam and anything else that might be on Netflix at the moment. So it might be hard to pull him away
Oh
from
yeah,
the tablet to listen to a bedtime story.
yeah. Trust, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact,
You got kids too, have you, mate?
trying to get the. Oh, my kids are a little older. My youngest is
Oh, okay.
19, and that's my oldest or youngest, shall I say? And yeah, she's still a digital junkie, as they would say. you know.
Mm.
But they all picked up absolutely nothing from me, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm still trying with my son. I mean, I took my son to a comic book store here in Bristol, in England, where I'm based, and he sort of looked around and sort of thought, that he didn't really show much interest. And I bought a whole heap of comics back with me when I did a meetup, when I did a VeVe meetup in London, and I bought him like his first Spider-Man comic, and he looked at it for 2 seconds, and then his little sister just about tore it in half. So I don't think my
Oh
kids are
dear
quite up to the
Lord.
stage of it. Yeah, I know. I was just like, no, 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 no. So I don't think they're quite there yet, but I'm going to try again when he gets to maybe about 5, and maybe the other one gets to maybe closer to 3 or 4. I might have better luck.
And this is the funny part is I understand that my children were going to tear the comic books up that they got. So, and I've got 6, but I come from a long line of comic book people. My brother has been a Marvel comic book artist for 30 years, working for Marvel.
Oh, no way.
And oh yeah, for real. And I am the 4th generation collector of comics. My great grandfather started in the 20s, and we still have all the original comics. Okay,
Oh,
we've got a
wow.
collection that, oh yeah, it's sitting in a cedar closet. I haven't seen my great grandfather's collection at all, because it's still in the cedar closet, locked up. It's stored correctly. So, and we've managed to try to buy all the comic books, all the way in all the series from the beginning all the way until the late 90s. So we've got pretty much, if there was a comic book out there, we've managed to bag it and tag it and put it into the collection. So with my children, I understood that, they're going to rip, tear, destroy. So
Mm.
what I did was I bought one for them and told them it is their collector piece. And they took care of it the way that any child does, and fuck it up, But the cool part was, on each of their 18th birthdays, I gave them their own collection of all the comic books that they had that they fucked up all the way from the beginning. I had the entire
Okay.
collection, a copy of it, and I gave it to them.
When are you gonna give him a car? Dude,
Oh
I'm
no,
about to get a
dude,
new car
man,
tomorrow, bro.
no way.
Yeah.
What kind of car?
A fast one.
Well, BMW.
No.
Ferrari?
Tesla.
Tesla. Yes.
No.
I'm getting
Lamborghini.
one
Okay.
tomorrow.
You're in Cali. I forgot.
No, I'm
You
not in
got
Cal.
charging
I'm DC,
stations.
bro. DC.
Oh, okay. Well, you still got charging stations, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Our closest charging station is probably 60 miles away. So it would not benefit me. you know?
Dude, this car is
Nah, I'm
going
good.
0 to 60 in like 3 seconds, 0 to 120 in 6 seconds. It's crazy, bro. Crazy.
Dude, are you getting a Lucid Air?
No,
A Lucid Air?
a
Oh,
Tesla. Tesla. I'm getting the
okay.
performance. So,
Oh, of course you are.
yeah.
Yeah, which one of them NFTs you cash in for that motherfucker?
No. I'm still holding all my NFTs, man.
Are you really? See,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Phil's a holder.
Yeah.
Phil's a holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Biggie, just going back to the comic book collection. So is that the
Yes.
game plan? Like to having like all like having like all those comic books in storage like that. Is that going to be some kind of legacy or something that you'll leave to like your kids and so on?
Oh yeah, it's yeah. We actually put it in a trust that the closet at this point, or the storage facility, because it's 14 feet tall, 23 feet deep, and it's all cedar
Oh
and
wow.
air temperature cooled. It is not to be open until 2050. So it is going to be my grandchildren who are
Yep.
going to be able to open it up and actually see what's going on, because I'm gonna still be around.
And
You know what I'm
and
saying?
and
I got enough money. I'm Ricky Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I got enough money. There's enough technology. I think I could live to
yeah,
be
right.
about 300.
Yeah, right. So you're living quite comfortably that like you can just like set it and
Oh,
forget
I
it
am.
for like X amount of years.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's not about money at all. It's about, at this point, it's about heritage. You know, because we are of African American descent. Okay, my grandfather was
Okay.
a Tuskegee Airman. Okay, so we've got a legacy that we keep up, and even my sister, people know about her. She's pretty famous. My brother, he's pretty famous, and I am probably more famous than all of them, but I wish I could tell you.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Well, no, if you wish, just say it, bro.
So
What's
famous.
up?
So
brother.
so
I,
no, let's try to. I mean, like I'm not asking for specifics or anything, but are you famous in the sense that like
tech
we would know who
industry.
you are? Like, have you been in film, like TV, comics,
Yeah,
anything of note?
I am a tech guy and a futurist. Okay,
You're a tech guy and a
they,
futurist.
that's correct. The last thing that I sold to Apple in order to go into their new car that they're coming out with. Okay. Um, that was a company that I put together uh, right before VeVe launched, and I managed to sell everything this past October.
Side
So,
hustle.
and
Side
that
hustle.
was a side hustle. Okay, my main stuff you would be very familiar with. So, anyhow. That's
Okay.
me. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, there are certain people on this platform that might know who I am, like Sanjay. You know who Sanjay is?
I do know who Sanjay is. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know him
There
personally,
you
but I
go.
know the name.
Then,
Sanjay has
right,
a
right,
bigger
right.
account than me. I fucking hate him.
Well, Sanjay was the dude responsible for launching the Amazon card. He was VP of freaking Amazon, and then moved from there to
So
being
I've been told.
president of TurboTax, and then anyhow, yeah, he got deep pockets. Okay. So, uh, anyhow, but there's still even deeper pockets out there. Can I get a whoo about Mr. Rolex? Come on now. I mean, that baby, he's rolling deep too.
Mm.
So I mean, and plus, I'm not gonna put names out there. We got Block,
Yeah,
we
for
got
sure.
Proc,
Well,
we got, I mean, huh?
yeah. Well, I mean, like that's that's another thing I've said to in the past. I mean, like, that's one thing I like about like VeVe and this platform is that it's giving everybody a level playing field. Like, sort of like, come together and talk about
Exactly.
our love of collecting. Like, you yourself have obviously someone of quite note, and I'm just like, a humble forklift driver who works in like, recycling. But we can come together and
Uh,
we can talk about the things that we love, which is like, Spider-Man collecting and comic books and like, just
oh,
fun things like that.
Predator.
oh, don't get this twisted. Understand that my life changed in the beginning of the year. On January 2nd, my mother passed away. Okay.
I'm
I
sorry to
am
hear that.
a oh, thank you. I am disabled. Okay. And if I told you how and all this other good stuff, it's long bullshit, horrible, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, so
Hmm.
in a rage of everything, I gave a lot of my stuff away to the point where if you're standing on the top of a mountain in a mansion looking out and you have an empty
Hmm.
house, what's the point? You know, I had too much money, had house, everything, but lonely.
Hmm.
So in a fit, I gave it all away. Well, I gave 95% of it away. So at this point, I moved into my mother's house. That she's no longer here, which is a small 3-bedroom house. I mean, it's very nice. Uh, and I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do from here because the next thing I'm going to do, I'm deciding to impact the world in a positive light. I'm not going to do something small. I'm going to do something absolutely huge because
Yeah.
that's just the way I have to do it for a peace of mind, and I have to bring the love and everything into the world that I think needs to be there because it's missing. And the cool part about VeVe and the community is that I went through a very hard time 2 years ago, and I understand I shut myself off from the public for 8 years and spoke to no one.
Wow.
I mean, I disappeared and I
Dude, you're
locked
not that
myself in a
old. Calm
fucking
down.
room. I locked myself in a room. And one day I hopped on Twitter and I started talking to some VV people, and they brought me back out of my shell. And then I went from there. So this community, good, bad, indifference, they could talk shit about each other, be happy for each other. I've been here for years. It ain't going nowhere. Whether the NFT goes to zero, I don't care. I bought into the community, which means that
Mhm.
VV is going to be successful on any level, whether it's a little level or a big level, because people are here, and they're not going nowhere. That's the way I feel. Oh,
Yeah. Well, all I can say is big clap to Biggie. So that's amazing that the community could do that for you, mate. I mean, that's the whole reason that I'm here as well. I'm
Phil,
here for the community.
I, Phil was one of those people in the beginning. You know, put your fucking hand down, Phil. What are you doing? Why are you raising your hand, Phil? Phil.
I mean, that's what I do. I I, I do want to hear
So the hand
MC's
raising is
voice.
great. I love it.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
MC, MC, you there?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for joining us, MC. Like, thank you for coming back. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So hope you're keeping well and that you've caught up on the last episode of The Mandalorian. So I'm sure you'd be quite excited for it.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey guys, Biggie, that was amazing, man. Yeah, the community is everything. And I was just listening to you guys. I just finished watching the Mando show, and that's
Come
why I'm joining
on.
you guys a bit
Um,
late because we just
it's
watched
good.
the whole thing with my
You
family. It was awesome, and It was
It
good.
was
But Big
freaking
E, that's
awesome.
amazing, man. That's a great
Thank you, brother.
story. That's a great story. And yeah, like the community,
Yeah,
whether you're
thank you, Biggie, for
live,
sharing that.
yeah,
Oh, 100%, baby.
yeah, whether
Yep.
we're happy, angry, sad, whatever, the community is like still growing super strong. I actually, it was part of like what I made a video about a few days ago because I was just like, people saying, "Oh, VeVe's not surviving or it's going down." The community is thriving. I mean, there's groups of people doing with all sorts of opinions. Like once it goes quiet, then it's like the project's in more trouble. Once it goes
Mm.
silent, but everyone's talking every day. There's Twitter Spaces, there's videos. The community is like completely vibrant and really like engaged. In all sorts of ways, and like that to me just shows the project's still doing really good from that grassroots level. And Biggie, what you're saying, man, I mean, that's what it's really all about for me. I mean, these comics are great, but it's all the people, right? So I just loved that. I was just listening to you guys, and yeah, it's good to see you guys. Chris, your article, Chris, is amazing. Just read that tonight too, and yeah, just thought I'd spread the love.
Dude, I'm blushing.
Nope, I didn't read Chris's article yet, but I will. It's on my read list.
Thank you, gents.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
just
hey,
responding to a
MC.
few of the comments right now. So
Busy man.
I didn't know it'd be this busy writing these things, Aaron. It's holy smokes. I guess you get a few comments on the show
Yeah,
every now and then too, don't you?
yeah, definitely. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like I've said before, like we're trying to make these a regular things now. We've got WebV Wednesdays, which is our regular sort of slot of like 8 to 10 o'clock PM Pacific Standard Time. So if you're able to drop in, say hi, or if you're just happy listening, say that's cool too. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you for joining us. If you're still here, thank you for staying here. Yeah, so we're having a great discussion. So just all things VV collecting, pop culture, fandom, and that's what it's all about. Just sharing our love of collecting, and just there for what this platform VV has given us, like just that social aspect. I mean, that's one of the whole reasons why we created the WebV Collective, was our collectors group, to sort of bring people together to sort of collaborate, to share, and just sharing the love of this amazing IP and product. And again, thank you, Biggie, for sharing your story with us, and
Oh,
for VeVe, like
100%. Yeah.
yeah, and like for VeVe, like, and the community helping you through that really hard time.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's people here in the audience that we got Mahalo, and we got Boobs. I mean, all these people, just help carry, and I appreciate every aspects of it. So, yeah. Ooh, I'm even looking at. Anyhow, so Mandalorian. Come on now, dude. The ending of Mandalorian. I'm in love. Plus the setup for next season. I'm enjoying, for the simple fact that it's about time they got back to the basics. Let's do some bounty hunting. That's all I got to say. you know.
Yeah, it was
hey, I
awesome.
got airdropped to Grogu.
Did you really?
You gotta love it. You gotta love Grogu, you guys. Grogu! He was so tired, if you guys watch, I
Oh
got him
yeah.
right here. He came home from the set yesterday after filming and he was just burnt.
Well, I mean, shoot.
I had to feed him. I
Yeah.
got him some fish sticks. I went to the grocery store. We all got a big snack tonight to see. Grogu's right there with us. He's sitting right beside us. He's eating his fish sticks, and we're like, Grogu, you did such a good job acting.
You pick him
Did
up
you
from set, huh? You go and pick him up
you
from set, don't you? Take him.
you started the big fire pit in the backyard and you just threw him in there? You're like, show me what you can do, baby.
Here, Chris, my collectibles. Chris, right? What is better, Groku or Last of Us. I like Last of Us. That's some
Ooh,
crazy shit, bro.
Last of
That's
Us
some
was good.
crazy
Last of
shit,
Us was
bro.
I'm
very
just
good.
starting Last of Us. Yeah, it's good from what I've been watching so far. And then
Yeah, it's
Aaron, I
very.
know you're gonna go Grogu on, aren't you?
We were
No,
just saying
I haven't
before, like,
watched Last of Us yet. I haven't even watched that
oh,
show
mate,
yet, so I'll get
mate, you
around to
have to
it.
watch it. It's really good.
You
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen
no,
Last
I
of
know.
Us yet?
I'm full on. I'm fully aware of the story and the video game and everything. I just haven't watched the live action show yet, but that's all right. I'll get to it for sure. It looks good. Like
Yeah, well, you're a
I
busy
was a
man, I
major fan
imagine.
of The Walking Dead. I was just a major fan of The Walking Dead for years. Like I was just all over that show for the first like 5-6 seasons, and yeah, I know it's not the same show at all. Completely different. And I have watched some clips on YouTube. I haven't been able to help myself, right? So I'll watch the whole show. Yeah, I'll get around to it for sure.
Yeah, definitely check it out. And we were saying before, like, come with May the 5th coming up. Do you think VeVe might drop some more Star Wars collectibles? I know we've got the Admiral Akbar on the way from that little leak, but we were just saying like Grogu must be coming, or at least the
We just
Mandalorian Din
renewed.
Djarin,
We
like,
renewed Disney.
what's that, mate?
Hey, Phil, you ever buy anybody ever buy a Darth Vader? Any of you guys holding Darth Vader?
Yeah.
I've got an uncommon.
Mm. Oh, okay, cool.
The ultra rare is only like $400 now, so it's okay to
Is it
buy
really?
now. It might be
Yeah.
$500 out.
Yeah, now would be a good time to get it. If you can get it under like 450, you'd probably be doing well.
Well, I'm gonna just step back from there. If we've got another Darth Vader drop of any type, I think this previous Darth Vader might have a little bit of a problem. Just like I told everybody about the R2D2, the gold one compared to a colored one. Everybody was in on the gold one, and I'm like, as soon as that colored one hits, I'm like, you guys gonna have a problem.
That's it.
Everybody's like, no.
Yeah, we're just looking at the floors now. Like, Vader's sitting at $399 on the floor at the moment.
I think it's bottomed. I think the Vader has bottomed.
Nah,
So
I
there you
would
go.
feel probably more comfortable at 300 than 399. But
Yeah,
if I saw a good mint at 399, I'd
yeah,
snatch you up in a
different
second.
story. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, anything said on this channel is not financial advice. You do what you do with your money. So we're not financial advisors, and we
Everything
don't.
I say is financial advice, and you
Well,
will
I'd have
lose
to say that.
100% of your money. So
That's it. We don't want to
you
be
follow
responsible for
me,
your losses,
you
but we
going
don't want
broke.
to be responsible for your gains.
All I know is no one has an SRA 15 except for me in this. Who got that? Only me.
You goddamn right. I don't have that.
No, I definitely don't have one.
Right.
Yeah, but he's laughing, but he should be crying because he could have sold that at the
For
highest.
24, whatever. I still got it.
But he rode that bitch like a comet, and that's Phil ain't selling, which I can appreciate because whether people believe it or not, this NFT market is just like crypto market. It is going to have another bull run. And it's going to go up. Whether or not it hits where it was before, I don't know. But even if it hit, even if the bull run was half of what it was, you're gonna make some millionaires. You're gonna make some hundredaires. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
definitely.
and, just invest wisely. And my personal thing is, if you can buy a Grail, buy a Grail. But I'm a buy one, buy like buy Grail and then buy two non-Grails, and I'm talking about two
That's it.
throwaways. So and that way, I always have those two throwaways sitting in the bank. That it's kind of like having that extra lottery ticket that maybe
Yeah.
you know, maybe in a couple years, maybe in 5 years,
Yeah,
maybe next month. I don't know. You know,
that's it.
so but it's fun to keep track.
That's right.
So
And so long as you're having fun, I mean, like, and you're not causing yourself any stress or financial problems. I mean, like, that's what it's all about. Like, just enjoying the collecting journey and not over leveraging yourself.
What is financial?
oh dear Lord, yeah,
Okay,
okay,
sorry, I'll stop. I'll stop.
yeah. Well, haven't we all put ourselves in that position every once in a great while and learned a valuable lesson? You can chuck it up to, education. Like
Mm.
back when you were able to put something out on the market and price it incorrectly
When I was
and lose
seventeen,
$1,000. You're paying for your education, you know. So yeah, just
Well, that's it.
watch how
Every day,
much you're paying for your
yeah, every
tuition.
day's a
That's all
school
I
day
gotta
in this.
say.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Every day's a school day.
I say pack a lunch. It's cheaper.
Mm. All right, everyone. Well, we're gonna have to wrap this up
I
soon.
like to say something.
Oh yeah, go on, Fro. Yeah, go and jump in there, mate.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'd just like to thank Big E for coming on and sharing his story.
Heck
Wow,
yeah.
that was really heartfelt.
no, Biggie, I miss you,
If you
bro.
ever,
I haven't heard your voice in a minute.
Miss you too, Phil.
yeah,
I ain't been back in a minute. So
Big E's got that smooth talking voice. So yeah, if ever you feel like you'd like to come back, and if you had time to hang out with us, we'd love to hear more about you.
oh,
My
definitely.
collectibles.
Yeah, for
I
sure, Biggie.
appreciate
Yeah,
all you guys.
absolutely,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
it's a pleasure meeting you guys. You guys are definitely keeping the lifeblood of VeVe because
Tell them
that's
your
what
story,
VeVe has
bro. Tell them
always
your
said.
story. Jesus.
They said Twitter is the
Next episode.
lifeblood of VeVe, and these
It is.
spaces are the actual heart. So you guys are the beating heart of VeVe, and I appreciate that you're keeping everything on time. So,
Thank you, thank you.
oh yeah,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, no,
you could drop by next week, Webby Wednesday, and share the rest
yeah,
of your story.
definitely.
Big E, we'd love to hear more.
heck yeah, okay, okay. I will make it a
Yeah,
point to
well,
drop back in, and you know, as long as Phil's here, and Chris, Mahalo, D, all them, blah, 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 blah. Everybody should come back. Everybody. So,
Absolutely,
absolutely.
much
Yeah,
love,
absolutely.
people. I'm out of here.
yeah,
It's a pleasure meeting you guys.
yeah.
Thanks,
Pleasure
Biggie.
meeting you too,
You
Biggie.
guys have a blessed one.
Thanks for dropping in.
Uh,
And yeah, everyone, like I said,
oh,
we're
heck
gonna have to
yeah.
wrap this up in a few minutes. But if anyone has any last minute words they want to throw in, or if anyone's been listening and want to throw something in, go for it. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having everyone speak tonight. So we've had a lot of interesting conversation. And yeah, like I've said before, if everybody wants to keep listening to us, we'll keep posting. Like we'll try and keep these as a regular Wednesday night time slot from 8 to 10 o'clock if we can. And yeah, this is WebV Wednesdays, brought to you by the WebV Collective, which is the collecting group that I'm a part of, and a few of our listeners and speakers are today. And we're basically just a group of individuals who've come together and just sort of we help promote and collaborate each other's projects and just sharing our love of collecting all things basically Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever it might be. We just geek out together. So yeah, but before we sign off,
Yeah,
was there
yeah.
anybody? Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, yeah, appreciate seeing the familiar faces. Greyhound Groot, thank you for stopping by. Daniel Marquez, love you, brother. Glad you can make it. My collectibles, wow, thank you for taking time out of your evening, Aaron, and
Yeah,
stopping by and say hi.
always a pleasure
My
to have
in
you
real
drop
life
in,
brothers
MC.
down there.
Oh, is he now? Oh, thank you for joining us. And yeah, again, thank you for Fro, Dino and Evolve for co-hosting. Thank you, Hinano, Chris, Phil, MC, my collectibles for dropping in. Always a pleasure to have you, mate. Love your Chris, love your blogs, love your content. Keep them rolling. My Collectibles, always love your videos, mate, and especially that one about why are we here. That was a big one for me. I know why I'm here. I'm here to try and spread, just try and get everybody back to the love of collecting, and just try and keep the positive spirit going in the VeVe community while we're going through these turbulent times. I'll say turbulent times. And again, thank you everybody for coming back and listening. We will be back this time next week,
Hey, Osman,
and hopefully we'll have some new topics
Osman,
and some new speakers and listeners.
Osman, before we close out,
Yeah, mate.
can you let Hanato speak, please? Hanato's got his hand raised.
Oh yeah, what
Hey, thanks,
go
Phil.
for it, mate.
Appreciate that. I just kind of wanted to just kind of like throw some flowers at the host of this space. He did a great job. He's just killing
Oh,
it every
thank you.
Wednesday. I'm enjoying these spaces. I actually kind of like to take the approach and step back and watch these guys shine, and they're doing really good. I really been enjoying the stories everyone's been sharing and the connections everyone's been making. And so, yeah, really good job, you guys. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to say that.
No, thank you very
That's
much.
it.
I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Hinano.
Yeah, well, that was the whole idea about getting into these spaces, is to try and have a way for us to connect with everybody on Twitter, because we originally started by doing YouTube videos of round table discussions, and that was cool, but we wanted to try and take it that little step further and try and get the community involved and get other people's opinions and feedback. And so far this Twitter space seems to be the way forward. So like I said, if everybody wants to keep listening to us, we'll keep hosting.
Fuck yeah, dude. If you guys ever get the chance to come see me, you guys should. You guys know where I'm at?
Yeah,
DC, Virginia. Let's go. It's cool. Um, I do love community. You guys are all cool as shit, and I can't wait to meet you guys in person. The next what's it called? Comic-Con. It will be New York for me. So I'll be in New York in October. So if you guys can come there, please try to make it. I will be there. And my collectibles, Hinatu, maybe Mahalo. Maybe I met you before. Who else is down here? Nope, that's it. That's it. All right, cool. Anyone with the red circle and the blue heart, we're cool.
Yeah, no worries, Phil. Thanks for that, mate. I appreciate it. And the same, if anyone's over on my side of the world, over here in nice sunny England, I'm based in Bristol, England. So if anybody ever gets to London Film and Comic Con or the next D-Con that's out this way, shout me up, and yeah, we'll catch up. All right, everyone. I got to run, but again, thank you for joining us. And yeah, we'll be back this time 8 to 10 Wednesday nights for another discussion with VeVe Wednesdays. I'm your host, Osman
All right, peace
Collects
out, Oz.
63,
Love you, bro.
and
I'm out.
yeah, this has been an absolute pleasure. All right,
You
thanks,
guys,
guys.
take care.
Have a good one.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers.